Mr. President, Dr. Jim Gishwin here, retired intelligence analyst. Everyone in America knows. I'm glad that you hit them, but you should have hit them more prompt after they violated the ceasefire. Okay? It should have been like instantaneous. The minute that they started firing at ships in the Hormuz Strait, it should have been done. It's like when you're punishing a child or something like that. If you sit there and punish them, hours later, they don't know what they got punished for. Okay? And you're giving them another chance? Come on. I had a wonderful call this morning with a good supporter and a good friend, and he supports you too. And he's sitting there confused as hell too. Why you are giving them another chance? How many chances have you given them? The American public supports you. We love you. But here it is. As long as there's an IRGC person left in any kind of command sponsorship at all, with a finger on the trigger, all right, you're not going to have peace. Just like the Israelis know that as long as someone in Hezbollah leadership is still around, they're not going to have peace there in Israel either, and Hamas. That is the way they are. Let's look at the way government started, way back when. You had mercantilism, where the countries just wanted to have as much gold in their treasury as possible. In other words, colonialism, looted other, native lands. Okay? And then you had mercantilism, okay, which was trade. None of these things, until the common sense and the biblical understanding that government was there to protect people, came along with the United States of America. Now, these socialist and communist countries, I'm glad that the democratic socialists are finally calling them socialists instead of just Democrats and progressives, using all that shielding language. Okay? I'm glad at least they should form their own party, and that's it, period. So that they're not conning middle-of-the-road Democrats that can be conned. Yeah. The Republican Party is the party of common sense. It's also the party that understands that our Constitution was written to protect people. Okay, under serfdom. Okay? And under communism. And under Sharia law, none of it is designed to protect the people of the country. In Iran, they do not care about protecting their people. Why do you think Hezbollah and Hamas, and then in Iran, they use their own people to shield themselves from further attack? They have no feeling at all for their people. No feeling at all. Why do you think these people want a republic and want to get out from under Sharia law? Okay? They want a republic back. They want to live a Western free lifestyle. Okay? Nazis. Do not call Republicans Nazis. Nazis are socialists, people. Another gateway drug to communism. And now you're actually getting true communists running for office up there in New York. Up in Crazy Town. How can people be voting for this stuff? If you're going to be a communist, run as a communist under the Communist Party of the United States. Don't sit there and run as a Democrat. That's what's happening, folks. Under serfdom, all they cared about was control. Socialism is control of the means of production. What are the means of production, people? You and me. All of us. That's what produces the gross domestic product. Okay? Communism is ownership of the means of production. And that's being advocated everywhere. Now, this new generation of children coming up, they have not seen that nowhere in the history of the world has a socialist or communist country succeeded. They have all failed. China's failing. Believe it or not, yes, they are. Socialism and communism are not people-friendly. It sounds good when you're downtrodden, but all it does later on is put a new class of people in charge of you. And then you sit there and get taxed to death until there's no money left. Then the country crumbles like Venezuela did, like Argentina did. Okay? And we were talking about the Catholic Church also, and he was a little upset about the way the Pope has been doing. And I mentioned to him, I said, well, the Pope, hey, spent most of his life down in Argentina. He's the Archbishop of Buenos Aires. He's not a true Chicago guy. Well, we know how Chicago politics runs anyway, so let's get, we don't have to go any further on that. You know, from the dailies on, still today. Okay, Chicago is a mess, a nightmare. Sorry, if you live in Chicago, move. Come on down here to the free state of Florida. Anyway, folks, let's pray. Support our president. But, Mr. President, you got to support us, too, by doing the right thing. The right thing is getting rid of all IRGC. Arm the people in Iran. They can't sit there and take over their country with baseball bats. And Iran has been bringing Hamas snipers in, too, to get them from the rooftops. So they're fighting a losing battle there if they get out there in public, unless we give them arms. If we can smuggle them Starlink satellite communications, we can smuggle them arms. So let's get it in there. Or ask your new friends, the Syrians, to sit there and give us a hand. All right? Now, that might piss off 90% of the Iranians that want their own republic. They're a proud people. They were a great empire at one time. And they remember that. Actually, they were invaded by the Muslim invasions. They're originally Zoroastrians. They're not. They were not Muslim at all to begin with, and they've been occupied by Muslim governments. So, God bless you all. I'm sorry. I'm a little upset at that. By the way, full disclosure, me and a lady friend went and saw Full Disclosure today. Spielberg did it again. He did a great movie. It was confusing at first, but it wound up making sense towards the end. Anyway, God bless you all. God bless you, Mr. President. Please do not hesitate next time they do something, and just quit giving them last chances. It's like digging a hole in the sand and watching the sand fill the hole up again. You're just making it more difficult the next time we have to go in. Take care. God bless you all, and God bless America. I remain your humble servant.